So let's talk about your data system owners and gatekeepers and data tool owners. So these people have sort of two roles. Like they could be your stewards, right? They could be your technical data stewards or people who have certain subject matter expertise around specific technical issues with the data. Maybe they get very involved in data quality or with technical definitions or lineage or things like that. But for the purpose of this, we're talking about people who you need to get their permission to sort of connect and gather information from their systems. Okay, and it is very surprising to me when we'll work with an organization and they'll purchase a product like ours, the Data Cookbook, which has an integration ability to connect it to any of their data systems and have it automatically consume all the technical metadata, the data model information to set up data quality monitoring automatically, to do reference data synchronization and things like that, or even to be able to import report specs or lineage if they can get it, if they're able to extract that information from their reporting tools. And so we have all this functionality, and the champions who purchased this product or are implementing this, then go to these data systems people and they're like, whoa, you want to access this? Like that's really, the weeds of our technical product, and we don't just let anyone do that. You can't do, So people oftentimes will immediately put up their sort of security or territorial, stopping activities, and so you really want to make sure that you get those people's buy-in as much as possible, because the more that you can automate this stuff, the better it will be for everyone. And a lot of automation comes with the ability to actively integrate. So, getting past people that want to open the data stuff, their data. So focus, first of all, like if you got someone who's being a jerk about it or it just isn't bought in, it's gonna take time, fine, go focus on something else first and get another system up and working and make them feel like they're, missing the party, right? Because they didn't get involved first. But it is important to communicate your goals and plans. Again, go back to that. This is why we're doing it. But honor their concerns and address them correctly. If they have concerns about security or whatever, you can talk about that. Like for instance, one of the things that I think is really useful to understand is that we want to take the metadata and information around your data in your system and put it somewhere where people can have access to it. Instead of having to go, if someone really needs that information, currently the only way they need to do is they have to go access your tool directly, where then the only way to do that is they're in sort of a development tool or whatever, where they have access to the data and the metadata at the same time, but we don't want them to have the data necessarily. So it actually it helps with security by getting this information around your data segregated from the actual data security issue, right? So that might, they may not understand what you're trying to do and how it works and all that kind of stuff. So however you can address that up front and really talk them through it is helpful. Now the other thing is that we talked about the champions and the key stakeholders. If you're able to include someone in that organization who has sort of leadership or authority over, these IT people or the BI group or whatever that might have influence here, they can sort of provide some support and influence on them. But if you haven't included the IT folks in that group, it's not going to be surprising if they don't participate.